Welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, and today we're going to be testing the most forgotten about tech, naval mines. Now, naval mines provide a 50% negative debuff to enemy naval invasions, and also a slight chance of destroying ships in accidents. So, we're going to test them out as Norway and see if we can survive the Germans. Fortunately, Norway starts with a couple of the mine warfare techs that everyone forgets about. So we start with the one that actually allows us to lay mines and also sweep them up. Not that we'll be using that. We then get a couple of bonuses here. Magnetic, acoustic, and pressure mines. All give 20% damage. We get a tech here, which means we are less susceptible to mines, so we don't need that. And then aerial mine laying, so we can use planes to also drop mines, which we're probably going to go and try and get as well. And then the opposite, we can use planes to demine, but we won't be needing that. We also have the tech to allow subs to actually lay mines, because that's a different component in the shipbuilding. And then just a plus bonus to subs as well as another one. What we will be doing, though, is starting with the industry, because, you know, we're going to have to actually be able to make some ships. So we'll just start with the usual and a bit of mechanical engineering. Now, obviously, what we're going to be doing today is mining the eastern North Sea to make sure when the Germans come and knocking, they're going to find it very hard to invade us. We do start with a navy as Norway as well, which is very nice. So we'll start just by merging all this together and see what we are working with. We'll start off by making a few naval dockyards in the south here. And the reason that being is because we are on civilian economy, we get no negative to naval dockyards, just to mills and civs. We do start with 2 dockyards, but we haven't got any XP. So let's just start with a couple of convoys, and then we will just make guns for now. So, the focus tree. Obviously, we're going to be doing historical route. We will start with a few little naval techs all the way over here in the forgotten area. So, we do get a nice bit of naval experience to at least allow us to change our ship templates. So, this is a shallow sea, which means chance to hit naval mine minus 50% in the green. So, I assume that means you have less of a chance of hitting a mine, which I find weird in the shallow sea. Or it means there's a 50% chance that the enemy will hit it. I actually have no idea what that bonus does. We have got a bit of XP now from training up. So let's stop that because we don't actually have any oil either. Just repair the ships that we sent out. But it means we can at least have a little look at what our fleet consists of. Focus done. So we'll go and get the extra dockyard here and some bonuses. And then we get 3 times 50% research bonus for naval landmine techs, which is brilliant, which will allow us to get some well ahead of time, which is very nice. We'll go for that one after we've done this one that I'm not even going to try and pronounce. So, as Norway, we have 4 coastal defense ships, which start with no mines at all, and you can't actually add anything to lay some mines. So these are going to be our defense ships to stop the naval invasion if possible, because there is absolutely no way that can help us with our mine laying. We do start with 2 mine laying destroyers, which is very handy indeed. So they already start with the mine rails all set up, so no need to touch those ones. Same with this early destroyer, I believe. No, it still has 2. I thought I had 1, but no, we've got 2 rails on that. We do have 3 of these, which we will convert to having mine laying rails and another mine laying rail. So we'll switch this over. So all our destroyers will be able to lay mines. And then this is probably what we're going to spam out as well after we've converted all of our ships. So we'll just go and refit them. 10 days to add 2 rails, which is pretty speedy. And we also start with a load of subs, which very handily also start with the mine rail, so we don't even have to touch them at all. So Norway is kind of already set up to lay mines, which is, you know, handy in this instance. So we do already start with an admiral with Minecraft, which is efficiency of putting them down, which is very handy. So we will go and grab him. I think that is the only trait that does anything to do with mines. And there's also some sort of limited bits that will actually help out. So we already start with that, which is nice. What I'm going to do is we're going to remove the torpedo tube just to save a bit of production cost. We'll upgrade the engine to make it speedier. We'll give it the MIO. Should I remove the anti-air is the question. I mean, it does make it cheaper. And yeah, it makes about 10% cheaper, so we will do that as well, because we want to try and spam out as many of these as possible. So at the moment we have 2 mine laying stat, whatever that means in equation to it, but we have 2 of it. So we're just going to spam these out as quickly as possible. Arms Against Tyranny really did add some of the best political advice in the game. That's actually got some really useful things rather than just the generic minus consumer goods or plus such and such popularity. I wish they would start adding more important ones like these. I've had a good look and I can't see any single doctrine that improves anything to do with mines as far as I'm aware. So there's not really anything that I actually need in terms of a doctrine, so that's kind of wasted in this run. There isn't a single spirit or anything that does mines either. I mean, it's almost like Paradox don't want you to use mines because they really don't set anything up to actually utilise them. Mine laying effort is done, which means we can go and pick something else up. I will probably, I don't need subs. There's some dockyards here, 3 dockyards actually, so we'll go get that next. A couple more dockyards down here and some convoys, but we need to capitulate, so we won't be able to get that. Nothing else important or to do with mines, so we'll just go and grab a few dockyards quickly just to help with our destroyer building. Norway does start in one of the worst in terms of national spirit, so it's just absolutely awful. Crumbling fortifications. We do obviously have our new navy one, which gives us naval mine laying efficiency plus 35%, which is very, very nice. I'm going to go and do some historical stuff now. So I don't actually know the order you meant to do this in, so I chat GPT'd it. So if I'm wrong, blame AI. We have got our bonuses now. So first thing I'm going to do, probably the submarines is not that important because I'm not actually going to make any of them and I've only got like 7. So we're going to go for magnetic mines and 140 days. We'll then go acoustics and probably go for aerial, and then we can start making some planes as well. So we'll just start with magnetic mines for 131 days and we'll get that going. We do need some steel, so we will trade with France to mean our destroyers start pumping out rather quickly. So they take about 5 weeks, which isn't too bad, so we should be able to get quite a few out. We'll go and get acoustic mines. Naval damage increase 20% because of mines. It does take 1,027 days, which is down to 986. So, 2.5 years or so to make of that, which isn't brilliant. So, with our divisions, what I'm going to do to make this a real challenge is I'm not going to change any of these, and I'm not going to recruit normal divisions. I'm going to only use my starting army of 57,000 people. And then I think there's some decisions where you can get a few garrison guards, but that's about it. I'm not doing normal recruiting. Right, I'm going to go get some small airframes because I'm going to need to make some planes if I want to drop some mines in the sea. As you would expect, there is absolutely no special project that's anything to do with mine. I mean, one like a nuclear mine would be absolutely incredible. Right, we'll go and get a bit of research speed because we want to get this acoustic mines down as quickly as possible. We're still at 600 days, we've got a while. We are spamming out dockyards, which are then spamming out the destroyers. Just realised this focus here is amazing. Dockyard construction speed, dockyard output, 2 dockyards, and 2 times 75% research bonus for naval mine laying tech. So we'll definitely go for that. We might as well go and get that torpedo tube with the 50% bonus. That way we can use the 75% towards the aerial one. We have got our fleet out training. Germany is kicked off with Poland, so we are on borrowed time now. We still are just trying to complete this focus, and then we can get a few more bits. Dockyard construction speed and dockyard output. We will definitely be taking naval expansion there. We are only making coastal forts at the moment, but we will go back to naval dockyards in a minute. But we've only got the provinces up here. We can actually build them in now. Acoustic mines is done. So an extra 25% damage, which means we can go for another 20% we don't want. We want the aerial mine laying. 255 days, and then we can start making planes that will drop mines from the sky. Right, it's about to kick off. So let's get our coastal defense ships on attack. And then we'll get these, obviously, on mine laying. But you can't do that until you're at war, which is a bit annoying. It'd be really nice if you could just mine your whole coastline before this happens and they declare war on you. We'll immediately join the Allies. Mine laying is on. Fill the eastern North Sea with mines. I do have a lot of destroyers on it, so we should... Oh, yeah, it ticks up well quick. We're only on 3 speed as well, which is pretty incredible. So literally it goes up 1% every few hours. Okay, we're basically going to fill this full of mines in days. I wonder if we can get this to 100% before the Germans invade. I mean, the mines are appearing on the map, which is also very cool to see. We are out of fuel, I've just noticed. Yeah, that's not brilliant. We will have to go and trade some with the Soviet Union so they don't require convoys. So immediately fill our fuel up quickly. Just wait for torpedo tube mine deployment for 20% extra deployment for our subs, even though we don't have many. We might as well go for pressure mines. I mean, it takes 900 days, so whether we actually get to use this or not, I don't know. Right, let's try and get our subs into this little strait here, because I believe we should be able to get through the Danish belt, it's called, isn't it? Yeah, so submarines can pass, so hopefully we should be able to mine this. We've actually been engaged by the Germans and they're fleeing, which is quite handy because these destroyers are definitely not set up to fight. I mean, our coastal ships are. We are sinking subs. We're at 100% mine in the Eastern Sea, so let's see if we get naval invaded, and we might as well do the coast up there. I don't think we'll get naval invaded there, but we better be safe than sorry. Okay, I don't know what to do now. We're at 100% there. We might as well go and do the Channel and the North Sea as well, because we might as well help Britain not get naval invaded. We are being naval invaded. So this should mean they get a very bad, yeah, minus 80% naval penalty. So, I mean, they are pushing me out because my troops are so pants. So we do need to get some in this port rather quickly. We don't have naval supremacy. This should help towards naval supremacy. Right, we've managed to hold them off, but we will need to push them now, which doesn't really work because we don't get any bonuses towards pushing them out. Right, that is that naval invasion done. We need to make sure, A, we get back to the ports before they naval invade again, but B, that we hold on a little bit harder. Right, let's get some more... Oh, I can't put mines in because I need a main armament. Damn, I need to research guns or something. We have got Green Sea, which is nice. There's a couple of little naval battles have happened here. So I don't think it affects naval battles, but I mean, it should. I feel like it should have more stats. We have, I don't know, we have sunk some stuff. Whether that's from mines or not, I'm not too sure. Right, I've tagged into the Germans. Let's have a little look if we've... Oh, we have sunk 4 submarines from accidents from mines and 79 damage as well. Yeah, is that good? I don't really know. I mean, we have sunk stuff. They keep engaging my destroyers, and I don't want them to. I mean, they keep running off, because obviously I've got my lovely coastal defence ships as well, but they're just sinking their screens, to be fair. We seem to get naval supremacy. I mean, they are actually removing mines. Or when they get damaged, they lose them. I don't really know, but we're only at 98% mines. Does mean we have naval supremacy. Right, we can finally get torpedo in, and we'll get air-dropped mines, and that does 0.05, and the ships did 1 per armament bit, so, you know, this is 20 times worse, well, 40 times worse than the ships I've made. These seem like they're going to be quite pointless, unless I've got, like, 1,000 of them. We're going to need some range as well, because obviously we want to cover some sea zones, not just next to us. Going to split our air over the Danish belt and the North Sea here, because I want to help out on the naval supremacy so we don't get naval invaded, because it's currently at yellow and we can get a little bit of help through a dominant air force. As I say that, we're getting naval invaded. And the German big fleet has turned up, so we'll quickly move and try and get some counter here. We don't want them to land, even though they won't have a port. I'm going to get all my air over the Danish belts because I want to mine that. No one's engaging them in the air, which is good. We are on naval mine laying, which does invasion penalty plus 50 and accident chance plus 5%. I don't know what the base accident percentage is, to be fair. We have 81 planes over the Danish belt. They're still not getting engaged. We have 0% still. They haven't even done 1% of it. We have small improved airframes, so we can now go and get a bigger range, but more importantly, I think we can get 2 of these. We can. 2 airdropped mines, which means we get a 0.1. How brilliant. Doubling our output. Let's put best engines in it and some more range. I've just realised it tells us here we have laid 973 mines and we've sunk 7 ships. I mean, that's not bad going, I suppose. We are still being naval invaded, though. The naval supremacy is teetering on the edge, which is rather annoying. Right, that's fine. We managed to avert that and we just crushed that. Okay, I feel like we're in a position where we can probably easily hold. Once we get full naval supremacy as well, it'll be much better. We do have 88 destroyers out doing mines. Germany is declared on the Soviet Union. I think that means they're just going to do all of their direction that way. They are as well. The Germans are minesweeping in this. I didn't think the AI would do that. I'll be honest, I rarely see the AI mine anyway, let alone minesweeping. So they have got 12 destroyers out sweeping up, which is fascinating, really. This according, we've only sunk one, so this is just reset and not updated. So fine. Okay, we can't keep track of that. Are heavy planes better at mine laying is the question. So we can get 3 mine laying systems in here, so we can get 0.15. We will need, maybe we won't need a better engine. I want to get these as cheap as possible, whatever the best production cost per mine laying is. We will go and add an extra range that's equal to our small fighters. I do need another engine. That's annoying. Right, we'll get engine 2. That's fine. 86 for 1.5. Now for some quick maths. So this is 33, so we can get 3 of these out for 1 large bomber. So yeah, the smaller ones are much more economical. I might as well get all of the mine tech just for the sake of it. So we may even sweep up after ourselves. So we've got 400 on there. So I'm going to split this off. And we're going to start on the lower Baltic Sea as well and see if we can help the Soviets out by mining there. Oh, damn, I did get pushed out. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Right, they have stopped pushing, which is good. I assume all their troops are in the Soviet Union, which is fine. That's against it. So what I'm going to do is change these to naval strike, and let's just quickly bomb all of their convoys and force them out that way. Right, yeah, they're losing supply. That's fine. Losing supply. There is some naval battles. We lost that one, but we'll just ignore that. Right, as soon as they've stopped attacking, that tank just disappeared as well. So we'll immediately push in there. Finally finish off this naval invasion. Yeah, there we go. Popped heads. Perfect. Right, back to defense quickly. That was probably as close as we've come to losing on this run. The invasion of Europe is underway. So, I mean, the Soviets ain't looking too healthy. Right, we still haven't got naval supremacy, even though we've got 100%. We've got 152. Well, I don't know why the Allies never enter the North Sea. But yeah, they're basically crushing Germany as we speak. After all this time, we only got to 48% with 500 bombers putting mines into the ocean there. I would definitely say that the dropping mines from planes strategy is absolutely useless. Don't bother doing it. We haven't got naval supremacy still, but we have 100% mined it, and we haven't had any naval invasions for quite a while, and Germany's about to fall. So I would call that there. And on the matter of naval mines, what would I say is the best strategy of using them? Just don't use them. I suppose maybe as Italy, if you could do the coastline to stop the Allies raiding in, but I feel like you're just better off making subs to convoy raid, really. Especially, do not use planes to land mines. It is absolutely pointless. I mean, we did survive as Norway, but I feel like I'd have had a better chance if I just did subs and then improve the army. So let me know your thoughts in the comments on naval mines. Do you use them? Would you use them? Do you even remember they're still in the game? I imagine the answer to all of them is no. Shout out to our members for always supporting the channel. Let me know what you want me to do next in the comments as well. And peace out.